We were at a restaurant, and my son wanted to play with his friend around the fountain area, and suddenly I heard these noises that sounded like firecrackers. And when everybody was running and screaming and hiding, I knew that it must be a gunman. First reaction was, where is my son? So I saw my son crouching down already at the fountain. He was on one side of the fountain, and the gunman was directly on the other side of the fountain. I noticed the gunman had been walking away, and I thought, well, maybe he might come back. So I pulled my son out of there, and I said, let's get out of here. And we ran through the back alley. I felt a bit like crying and that sort of thing, but we needed to answer questions from my wife and son and make them feel safe.
And I saw him, and he was standing like a professional. He went like that, right eye level, and shot right into the restaurant. I saw a young girl in a pool of blood crying. She was crying for her mother, and like within moments, police were there and everybody was there, and I was angry. Like, how could you do that to this little girl? Like, don't you have I wanted to run after him and kick him.
And around 10 o'clock we're leaving, and I turned and I even saw the gun going off, and flames coming out. And while the guy who was running beside me, he got a bullet in his back, and he fell between the tables on the patio. I see this lady running by him, by the shooter, and he took 2 steps like a predator animal, just went boom, boom, and shot her while she was down on the floor. I think it was the 18-year-old lady that died at the scene, I'm still in shock. I still can't believe that really happened, and I'm here talking to you, and why I'm here. Why didn't I get hit by a bullet?
It was a joint statement of support today from 3 levels of government. Toronto's Mayor John Tory, Ontario's Premier Doug Ford, and Bill Blair, the federal Minister for Border Security and Organized Crime Reduction and a former Toronto Chief of Police, said in part, "We know residents are reeling from this shocking attack and are rightly demanding answers. We are confident Toronto Police will fully investigate this heinous attack. We're committed to making sure our 3 governments are working together to protect our residents and keep our city safe. We pledge that we will do everything we can to support our communities and our frontline police officers to help stop the gun violence we have seen in recent weeks."